Hello, beloved. It's me, Coach Carmen. Welcome to the Sacred Self Care Sisterhood. Welcome to Sacred Self Care Saturday. I am so excited about today's episode. We are talking about bentonite clay today. And I just have to tell you that bentonite clay has been with me since my first cocoon experience. That was about whew, 17 years ago. So there's a lot I want to share with you about bentonite clay. And if you are a bentonite clay user, please let me know how you use it and what you love about it. Okay, that would be awesome. So today's episode number 5. And as we've been doing, I want to start off with Jesus Calling. So if you have your Jesus Calling devotional, you probably already read it. But if you haven't, let's read it together. Okay, put on my glasses. All right. Okay, so Jesus is telling us today, he says, to sit quietly in my presence while I bless you. Make your mind like a still pool of water, ready to receive whatever thoughts I drop into it. Rest in my sufficiency as you consider the challenges this day brings. Do not wear yourself out worrying about whether you can cope with the pressures. Keep looking at me and communicating with me as we walk through this day together. Take time to rest by the wayside, and I am not in a hurry. A leisurely pace accomplishes much more than hurried striving. When you rush, you forget who you are and whose you are. Amen. Remember that you are royalty in my kingdom. And that's Psalms 37:7, Romans 8:16 to 17, and 1 Peter 2:9. All right. Amen. Jesus calling. It's a beautiful thing. So we're going to jump right into bentonite clay. I want to also talk to you about my amazing wellness blends roll-on wands. And we're going to start off this week with some sacred self-care. We got the word in us, and we're ready for an amazing weekend. Are you ready? Okay, let's get started. So I actually have packaged bentonite clay. Bentonite clay, I actually added it to my collection of products that I have been selling and creating since 1993. So bentonite clay has been with me, like I said, since my first cocoon experience, because the blood illness that I had caused my body to be very toxic. I had a lot of toxicity in my body, and I needed to get rid of all the toxins. I needed to get rid of all the bad microorganisms and the mold and the yeast and all those wonderful things. Thank you. All those wonderful things that came to the party when I got sick. And basically, most people, especially Americans, but really people in general all over the world, we're pretty toxic. We're toxic because of our environment, which is something most of us can do nothing about. But we're also toxic because of the food that we've been eating, of course. And we're toxic because of the medication we've been taking. And any of us who've had fillings that were put in many years ago when they had fillings that were not like today, right? So that heavy metal in your mouth had a lot to do with physical conditions that were brought up later on, and no one really made that connection until holistic doctors and holistic practitioners and holistic dentists started to realize that mercury in the body from the teeth was causing lots of neurological illnesses and other physical illnesses. But God is such a good God. He has not left us in this earth, on this earth, in this matrix without everything we need that pertains to life and godliness. He hasn't left us without the things that we need that we can just go to nature for to heal. Thank God for the medications. Thank God for some of the medications. I cringed when I said that. But when I say that, I mean medications that were designed to heal and only heal. There was a lot of medications like that years ago. It wasn't until like the 21st century that medications became so toxic that in order for one thing to get better, 5, 6 other things had to become a problem. And so I say this with trepidation, but really and truly, thank God for medicine. But we also understand that certain medicines we need to be very, very careful about. And we should consider a holistic approach always first. Once you're already down the medical matrix rabbit hole, you cannot just take yourself out. You cannot yank yourself out of that rabbit hole. You need support from your doctors. You need to let them know that you're ready to go holistic, that you want to step into a more holistic approach. You want to start, you have a holistic practitioner, whether it's a holistic health coach, someone like me, I'm a holistic health and wellness coach, to be part of your team, because you want other options other than just the hardcore medications. You want to start incorporating diet. You want to start incorporating holistic options like this bentonite clay. But you need support with that. If you're already down the rabbit hole, you need support. You cannot do this on your own if you're on lots of medications, there's a lot of issues with taking medications when it comes to taking a holistic approach with the medication, with certain medications, I should say. A perfect example is if you're on chemo, if you have a protocol of chemotherapy that you're on. Lots of times the doctors don't want you to have green juices or green smoothies because that's too much green. You're giving your body too much life. And the chemo is specifically designed to kill off the cancer. And then so it's like, it's going to kill off other things too. But it's going to kill off the cancer. And that's the focus, to kill off the cancer. But why don't we take a holistic approach before things get to the point where we have to go down the rabbit hole? Why don't we consider things like bentonite clay and some of the other holistic treatments that I've been discussing since we started this program, and so many more to come. But today we're talking about bentonite clay. And so what I love about bentonite clay, what I love about God and his options for wellness and healing is that it does the polar opposite of what man does. When God created medicine, when he created the herbs and the leaves for medicine and for food, he didn't create it with 20 other side effects. He created it with 20 other benefits. Now, of course, if you're allergic to something, or you're allergic to a particular plant, you have allergies, that's a different story. But we can even talk about that too, because really and truly, most allergies is a result of the body not being detoxified. Once you detoxify your body, once you go on like the 28-day body and soul detox, and you detoxify your body, hi, sweetie, who's that? Facebook user. Once you do that, what's going to happen is You detoxify your body, and your body starts to normalize, because usually it's the toxins in your body that causes the allergic reactions. So detoxify your body, and you'll realize that a lot of the allergies that you had, even if they're seasonal allergies, will fall off you. You won't have them anymore. We have proof of this. So many of our clients who've done the detox, they have testified that the allergies that they had were no longer. Amazing. Even allergies, allergic to certain fruit. We had more than one client tell us that they couldn't eat fruit, particular fruit, some of them no fruits at all for years. They detoxed with the 28-day body and soul detox, and guess what? They were able to eat fruit. Isn't that amazing? God wants us to have fruit. He doesn't, I mean, that is not of God to have an allergy to something healthy. But we have options, and we have ways to make it better. So number one way always is to detox. So I'm always going to invite you to go on and sign up for the 28-day body and soul detox. That is always the first line of defense. You want to make sure that your body is cleaned out. And I'm looking to see if I have I wanted to see if I had my website for the detox here, because I always like for you to call me or to set up a health and wellness support call first. But anyways, I'll just show you this. This is the, no, that's not what I want to show you. I'm going to show you my website, which is very simple. It's just sharingthebliss.com. So what you do is just go to sharingthebliss.com/detox. /detox. That's how you get to our detox webpage. Okay. So, and let me put this up here too, my phone number. So, you're always welcome to call me and set up a support call, a health and wellness support call, because we have to clean out the body first. We have to deal with the toxins in the body. But when I say that, I have to say also, what we do is we start with the soul issues. So you really want to deal with your soul issues, then you detox the body. That's why our program is a 28-day body and soul detox. So we deal with the soul, right? And then we deal with the body internally. The diet changes. So now that you know those are the first two steps, well, really one, just do the 28-day body and soul detox. Now, when I introduce you to all these different wellness remedies, they're going to really work. They're going to work so much better, so much faster, because you already cleaned out your body. You have a good foundation to build on. You have a good foundation to build on. So I'm going to read what I have on my jar of bentonite clay, the Sacred Self-Care collection. So I have here alkalizing, detoxifying, healing, and beautifying, defense against illnesses externally and internally, draws out heavy metals and toxins. You can use it as a facial mask. You can use it to replace baby powder for your children, for your babies, right? It's a digestive aid. You can use it to draw out toxins in your muscles and in your joints, which is amazing. And so much more. We're going to go into so much more because there's so much more. So bentonite clay is something that when you use, it benefits you on so many levels in so many ways. Remember, the opposite of traditional medicine. It actually does more good, things that you weren't even expecting. So we're going to start from head to toe with the bentonite clay, okay? So let's start with from head to toe. Start with the head. The bentonite clay benefits for your head. So first of all, bentonite clay makes an amazing shampoo. Absolutely fabulous shampoo, the best shampoo ever. And what I like to do when I make my shampoo with the bentonite clay, because this is actually powder. So it's powder, it's fresh. You can add whatever ingredients you want in it to make it whatever you want it to be, which is awesome. So this way you're adding natural, fresh, organic ingredients to the bentonite clay powder. So for the shampoo, what I like to do is I like to use aloe vera gel. And I'll take like 2 heaping tablespoons of aloe vera gel, of bentonite clay, of the powder, and I'll put it in a glass little jar. And then I'll take my aloe vera juice and I'll put the aloe vera gel in with the bentonite clay and mix it up. And I like to use this type of silicone spatula because it mixes up nicely, mix up nice, well, and you have this consistency that you want, nice, thick, but not too thick, soft enough where it's going to blend into your hair follicles, like blend and really coat your hair follicles. So you bring it into the bathroom or the shower with your hair, and then you just start. Oh, what I do is actually I take chunks of hair. So you can part your hair in the center, then part it on the side, and you have like 4 pieces, 4 big chunks. Take the bentonite clay in your hand, take the first chunk, and just rub it through your hair. Rub it through. Make sure that it goes through all of the hair follicles, like it's really coating all the hair follicles, and just run your hand through it. Take take another scoopful, the other side, and you just keep massage. Just rub your hands through it. Run your hands through your hair, right? And if your hair is short, just go like this, all around. And then you continue that process. And what's happening is the bentonite clay is going into the hair follicles. And you're going to find as you're blending it in your hair is going to start to get soft. It's going to start to curl. It's going to start to do what it naturally does. It's amazing. And especially if you have natural hair, if you have natural curly or kinky hair, you're going to see with the kinky hair, it's going to just soften and start to naturally curl up. Then you take your fingertips and you massage your scalp, because the bentonite clay, again, is healing. It goes through all the layers of your skin and it does what it needs to do. So if you have dandruff, it's going to relieve you of dandruff. If you have any other scalp conditions, if you have psoriasis or eczema on your scalp, it's going to heal your skin. And it's going to just give you a feeling of wellness. I can't even explain it, but you just feel like you gave yourself an amazing treatment. Then you rinse your hair. You can use rosemary oil. You can use rosemary essential oil, but I like to use rosemary and nettle, or in both, or both together. But nettle tea, if you boil nettle tea, you steep the tea, you can boil it, and you let it sit. Organic tea, organic herbal. The nettle and the rosemary are organic herbs, right? So you can just buy the organic herbs, and you steep them, and you let them get cool. So I like to do that early before I even start, like in the morning before I even start to wash my hair. And I have that setting and it's cooling. And I'll put it in the refrigerator. Put it in the refrigerator, it's going to cool. And so as far as the conditioner, I tell you, I mean, I'm so into natural options. I would say make your own conditioner. A lot of people like to use, what is it? They like to use apple cider vinegar in their hair to rinse as a rinse. I just can't, like, my husband would like freak out if I did that because he can't stand the smell of apple cider vinegar. So I couldn't do that. But I'm going to talk to you about creating your own hair conditioner, because we have that in the Sacred Self-Care Guidebook. But I don't want to talk about that today. If you have a hair conditioner, just use what you have. But before you condition your hair, go on and rinse it with the herbal water. Just rinse your hair with the herbal water, whether it's the nettle or the rosemary. Really great for strengthening the hair, giving it nice shine, and just a great natural conditioner. You really could just use that, and you won't even have to use a regular conditioning cream. So, bentonite clay for the hair, bentonite clay for the face. So, bentonite clay for the face is amazing. You can make the most wonderful, luscious, beautifying facial mask with bentonite clay. Why? Because it's just the clay. So and depending on your skin type, you can make your own facial mask that will benefit your skin. So, I went to school, became an esthetician. I had a bath and body shop and day spa. I did facials. Love doing facials. Love making my own facial products and making my own facial masks for my clients, depending on their skin type. So one of the things you can do is you can take the bentonite clay. I always like to start with the aloe vera. So I'll put the aloe vera gel in, like I did with the hair, and I'll blend it up so that it's that nice consistency. And then I'll add whatever I want to add to it. So you can crush up fruit, and you can put your fruit inside of the bentonite clay for your facial mask. You can use lemon. Lemon is wonderful if you want to brighten the skin. It's not going to bleach it, it's going to brighten it. It's going to brighten your skin. So, what you can do is just squeeze a fresh lemon in there. Oh my goodness, there's so many different natural fruits you can add to your bentonite clay depending on your skin type. You can also use, good morning, Holly. Oh, thank you. Good morning, beautiful Carmen. Good morning, beautiful Holly. So glad to have you here, my love. So you can also use, if you are a vegan, you may not want to do this, but if you're not, if you're vegetarian, you're not vegan, you can also use egg white if you have dry skin. Wait, no, egg white if you have oily skin. Take the egg white and mix it with the bentonite clay. If you have dry skin, you can add the egg yolk and mix it with the bentonite clay and make a beautiful mask for your face. So get creative and go for it when it comes to facial masks. Basically, I like to use the same spatula. I blend up my mask and I use the spatula to apply my mask. Right? All around. You could do your neck, up your neck. Apply it on your neck, back of your neck. Sit back, relax, and let it do its thing. It's going to tighten up pretty tight. That's why I like to use aloe vera gel, because I find the aloe vera gel keeps it from tightening up too much. If you just add water, oh my gosh, you're going to feel like your face is like stretched so tight. It's not a really good feeling. But the aloe vera gel is very soothing. And if your skin is very sensitive, you could actually add some organic oil. Right? Add oil. Add some type of like sesame seed oil that we talked about for oil pulling, or you can use any of your natural oils. Almond oil, sweet almond oil, whatever. Add a little oil because that will keep it from tightening up with so much. Right? Okay, so we're going down the body. Now, the other thing you can do is you can just make a nice big bowl of it. And not big bowl, but a decent enough size so that you're going to be able to apply the mask all over your body and give yourself a full body mask, a Cleopatra treatment, right? Put all over your body, on your hands, everywhere, and lay in the tub and meditate, right? Yes, that's a beautiful thing. And then rinse it off. You can do that too. That's full body. But if you have joint issues, you can make like a poultice. You can wrap the bentonite clay after you blend it, aloe vera again, right? You can use essential oil if you want. That is like a soothing scent, an essential oil that's good for muscles, like maybe evergreen, is it, what is it? The mint, wintergreen, not evergreen, wintergreen. My grandmother used to always use wintergreen for her muscles and her joints, and she felt achy. So wintergreen, you can use, just I have a lot of information in terms of the essential oils and their benefits. I have it in my Sacred Self Care Guidebook, a whole list of essential oils, but you can go online and just look for something that's going to be good for your joints and muscles, right? So blend that in there and paste it all over your knees if your knees are what's bothering you. And then just take some plastic wrap and wrap it around. Or you can actually take some gauze, something that you can wash again. You can use some gauze or something, put some gauze on it, and then wrap it with the saran wrap and leave it there for a few hours. And it's going to draw out the toxins in your body, the inflammation, which is such a wonderful thing. If you have issues, I've this actually just recently, twice, I saw two women. One, I was coming out of Home Depot. She was coming out of Home Depot, and I saw, and she had like sores on her legs, sores. And I saw someone the other day too that had sores on their legs. I so wanted to say, I can help you with that. I can help you with those sores because that's scary. Once you start getting sores on your body, you want to take care of those sores right away. I guarantee you, the black soap, the bentonite clay, those are the two 1-2 punches that you need to heal any sores, any type of obstructions, like eruptions, I should say, anything that's not right. And I have something going on actually right now that I'm using those two things. And actually, there's three things. There's also my purifying recovery spray. Those three things. They're a must to have in your medicine cabinet in your home, because these things will heal you before things get really bad. I'll talk about the other two things probably next week. But back to the bentonite clay. So because it's drawing out the toxins, those toxins need to go. They need to leave your body because they're causing problems. And that's what's so beautiful about the bentonite clay. It's going to relieve the problem, pull it out. I'm going to go back again, going back up the body for a minute, because there's a couple of things, because there's so many things that you can do, use bentonite clay for. So one of the other things you can use bentonite clay for is brushing your teeth, to the point where I actually created a toothpaste that has bentonite clay in it. And it's a new product that we just introduced. You can brush your teeth with bentonite clay for sure. You can make a poultice and put it on your gums if you have an issue with a gum, and it's impacted or whatever. Make a paste of it, a thick paste, and then you can take the gauze and wrap it in the gauze, and just put it up in your gum and keep it there. And let it pull out the pus. Let it pull out the toxins. I'm telling you, very healing, extremely healing. Going down the body. Now let's go back down the body. And putting on the breast, great. Making a mask for your breasts, especially if you have issues. Like I used to have fibroids. I used to have fibroids in my breast. Once I changed my diet, like all that stuff dropped off me. I have no fibroids anymore, but I used to have them. And if I knew about the bentonite clay, I would have put the bentonite clay on my breast and let it dry, and do that a couple of times a week, maybe 4 times a week. I would have done that. Going down the body, female issues. Oh my gosh. Those tampons wreaked havoc on me. And that was like, that was the thing. But in young women and women who still have to get their period, using tampons, you don't even see tampon commercials anymore, do you? It's interesting. used to be all over the place. Now they have the commercials for adult diapers. Like that's the thing now, which is crazy because I never even knew that was an issue, to the point where like there's so many commercials about female incontinence. It's crazy. Good morning, Coach Denise. And that's a whole nother conversation I can't wait to have with you. But anywho, so here it is. Now, those tampons caused me yeast infections all the time when I was young. And I hated it. It was terrible. So many women have yeast infections. So many women have issues, discharges, all kinds of stuff going on down there. And they go to the traditional route. They go to the pharmacist. They go to the drugstore and they get these different things. I can't even remember the names of them. Galamotrium or something. Galamotrium. There were, y'all remember any of the names? There's a lot of them. They're still around. Worst thing, it throws off your pH balance. You are and so now the good bacteria can't really fight because you're killing off the good bacteria. It's just a mess. It's an amazing ecosystem down there. You don't want to mess with that ecosystem. It gets thrown off by diet. It gets thrown off by different contraceptive pills and different things that we use, pills and things that we apply internally. It gets thrown off. The pH balance gets thrown off, and the bad bacteria, the yeast, all that stuff starts to take over. And I'm telling you, first of all, since I changed my diet, I've never had any issue. God be the glory. No issues at all. I mean, nothing. I don't need to add anything to sweeten it. Nothing. It's good. I know. Listen, but we're women. We're talking. This is important. Okay. So we are getting real around here because this is important. You know, you're taking all these different pills, and then the pills. Oh my God! So of course they're going to give you medication if you get chronic yeast infections. You got something going on down there. What I'm saying. How about taking the bentonite clay and making a depository with using, yourself. I would not add the aloe vera at this point. I would just add the water, good distilled water. Again, nice little round glass. You don't want to use anything that is metal when you're working with bentonite clay, when you're working with these kind of clays, right? So you want to use either a rubber bowl or you want to use a glass bowl. So you mix up the bentonite clay with some good distilled water, good water, and you make it nice and thick. Very similar to the way I was saying how you apply it up in your gum area if you have any gum issues or gum disease, right? And then you go on and you take the gauze and you roll it. And we have demonstrations where I actually show you how to make this in our Sacred Self-Care, the Sacred Self-Care Masterclass. You can see, and I don't know if I have that video up on YouTube, but anyway, if you're part of Sacred Self-Care Sisterhood on Facebook, just message me and I can send you the video. But anyway, you wrap it up so it looks like a tampon, and you just insert it, and you leave it there overnight. And I'm telling you, it's going to draw out all of that gunky stuff. Pull it out. And if you want to take it to the next level, you can actually put a garlic clove with the bentonite clay. Same thing, you peel the garlic clove, make sure you don't nick it with your nails, and you add it to the bentonite clay, nice and thick, roll it up, and insert it overnight. And you can do that for several nights in a row. But speak to your doctor first. Speak to your gynecologist first. Okay, that's all I have to say about that. But I have to say that. I do have to say that. Speak to your doctor. Speak to your doctors first. Now, that is amazing. I'm telling you. So then, okay, so we kind of went up, went down, and then we went up and down again. But anyway, let's go back to those two women I saw with the sores on their legs, on their like ankles and legs. You know, if you have diabetes or even if you're pre-diabetic, you want to be very careful about sores on your body, especially around your ankles, your foot area, your legs. A lot of people have illnesses where they have these sores on their bodies. And the first, I would definitely say get some acid water. That water, that the Kangen water filter has this type of water that comes out that's I forgot what you call it. I think it's like acid kind of what. Please don't use, let me say acid make you think that you're supposed to put acid on your body. No, it's a type of water that is, it's not the distilled water, it's not the pH water, it's another kind of water that comes out of the machine. And I would definitely soak my legs in that. I would also use peroxide, and then I would use my black soap. I use a black soap to wash and cleanse, and I would also leave the black soap on my legs, wherever those sores are, wherever the sores are. And then I would take the bentonite clay and make a mask and heal those sores. You can heal your sores. You can heal your body, and that's what's so great about the bentonite clay on the face. I used to have cystic acne on my skin, on my face, when I was in high school. It's funny. It's like me and my girlfriend Gretchen. Gretchen, yesterday was her birthday. We went to high school together, and she, a high school of music and art. Whoop, whoop. And we both had cystic acne. And I think Flame Braithwaite, she was also one of my besties. She had acne too. And I remember that her mother, because, you know, back then in the 70s, you know, the mothers were cool, whatever, had her take birth control pills so that she would, it would clear her skin up, because the dermatologist said birth control pills would clear her skin up. And it did. But I was like, I ain't taking no, even back then, I was like, I'm not putting no pills in my body. I don't think so. But we had the skin issues. I went to the dermatologist because I was born with eczema, and then I had the eruptions on my skin. But when I changed my diet, again, I'm telling you, everything changed. Went away. But the bentonite clay, if you have any skin eruptions, or if you have a teenager or an adult child or grandchild, whatever, who has the skin breaking out, or pizza face. I see people with pizza faces, and I'm like, I want to so badly say, I can heal your face. I can heal your face. For sure, I can heal you. And all they have to do is, they use a black soap, the bentonite clay, change your diet. It's gone. It's done. It's amazing. Isn't that exciting? It is so exciting that we have these natural options for healing our bodies. So if you want to, one last thing I have to say about bentonite clay. Yeah, the internal use. So you can actually drink bentonite clay. Yeah, but it has to be food grade. Like mine is food grade. Very important. It has to be food grade. So you just mix it with water. Mix it up good, and shake it, or put it in a Vitamix, whatever. And drink about, let's see, I think it's like an ounce. Drink an ounce like 3 times a day or something like that. Contact me if you want more details about that, or do an online search about taking bentonite clay internally. All right. Because it's in here, but it's getting late. I don't want to go into too much more details about the bentonite clay at this point, but I think I covered a lot. You definitely want to know that you can take it internally, because that's what I did when I was fighting the blood illness years ago. The first time, I wanted to do everything I could to detox my body and pull out the toxins in my blood. And the bentonite clay, drinking it was a benefit for sure, definitely. So that's it. Bentonite clay. You can go to sharonthebliss.shop and you can purchase the my bentonite clay that's food grade, right? If you like. One thing you know about getting it from me, it's going to be anointed. Hello. Thank you, Jesus. Do have anointed hands. And people that purchase my products they say that. They say that. So they say, I can get it from Amazon, I can get it from here, but I get it from you, Coach Carmen, because there's something about your products. So to God be the glory. So that's it about the bentonite clay. Were you blessed? Did you enjoy that? Pretty powerful. Pretty powerful. So quickly, I just wanted to share with you my roll-on wands. So the roll-on wands are basically my wellness blends that we've spoken about before, but in a roll-on form. So what's nice about the roll-on wands, and now other companies are starting to do roll-on wands, but I had these for quite a while. And what you do is just put it on your wrist, and like for instance, this one is a sinus relief. And so the sinus relief, you're you're stuffed up, or you just want to have like a refreshing burst of freshness going up your nostrils. That's what you're going to get with the sinus relief. It opens up your nasal passages, helps you to breathe, right? So you can take some on your fingertips and then pat under your nose. Breathe it that way. You can put it on your wrists and go like this, right? And so you can put it on your forehead, put it on your chest. But it's just great to be able to carry it with you in this instant. And it's different from our sprays. Let me grab the spray real quick. One sec. It's different from the sprays because sometimes when you're using the spray, if you're at work or on the subway or what have you, on the bus, it's too noticeable. Like people may have an issue with you spraying them up. Oh my gosh, it smells so fresh and so. It's a beautiful thing. Instant relief. Instant relief. So with the roll-on wand, you're going to get the same benefit, but you're not spraying it. You're just, it's more subtle. So when you need, and I'm telling you today, if you're in public places, you want to have your little arsenal of roll-on wands, because you want to have your space, your energy, your frequency protected. The other thing is the sinus relief. So that was the sinus relief. The other thing is the spiritual blend. The spiritual blend is, I'm telling you, I'm not just saying this. I'm not just saying this. The spiritual blend is a must do. Like I can't even imagine leaving my house for going, like, especially in public, whatever, without my spiritual blend. Because the spiritual blend has frankincense and myrrh. It has sandalwood, and what's the other spiritual blend? Spiritual essential oil. It has 4. But I'm telling you, it's like an air of just protection around you. And if you can't spray it, you can use a roll-on wand. And I tell my clients what you do: put a cross over your forehead, a cross on your chest, a cross on your wrist with the roll-on wand before you leave the house. And if you want to, you can spray the spray for sure. But there's something about frankincense and myrrh and these different essential oils that are spiritual oils that really ward off negative energy, negative people. Like they don't even want to come around that energy. I'm telling you, it's real. The spirit realm is real, and energy, people. And today, unfortunately, the negativity of people it's at an all-time high. And it's also this. Come to my Miracle Mastery. I have a Miracle Mastery Masterclass happening next Saturday. I can talk more about this. Awesome. Thank you. Yes, thank you, my love. You're welcome. Is it spikenard? Oh, yeah. You know what? Thanks for asking. It's not. It's actually not. Do you know I purchased spikenard once because I really wanted to get all of like the biblical oils. That stuff smells so bad. I couldn't use it. I was like, oh, Lord, I don't know. Maybe they had different types of smells back then. The smells were used to certain things. Like we're more sophisticated. I don't know, but I couldn't use that spikenard. But I'm gonna look. Thanks for reminding me. I'm gonna look again because maybe that particular spikenards just smelled like that, and maybe they don't all smell like that. Different varieties or different, depending on where they come from. Because I know, like sandalwood, you can get sandalwood smelling different in different places, different like parts of the world that have sandalwood. So let's consider that. But it's not okay. I'll find out. Let me see. 1 second. Let me find my. Oh, it's right here. Okay. And I should know this, but I have a lot of stuff in my head. Okay, so the spiritual has frankincense, myrrh, sandalwood, and patchouli. Patchouli is the other one. Yes, very powerful. And in fact, I have people in ministry. They use the spiritual blend because you can definitely pray over it, have your pastor pray over it, even though, like I said, it's anointed if it's up in here. But you can definitely pray over it to take it to the next level and use it as a holy oil, for sure, as a holy oil. Yeah, for sure. So who's the Facebook user? Tell me your name. Who am I talking to? Who am I talking to? So now you can also purchase the roll-on wands. Let me just read the list of them at sharingthebliss.shop. Let me see if I have a banner here for you for that. I should, and I don't. But anyway, it's sharingthebliss.shop. Okay. All right. So you can get the roll-on wand in Calm Zone, Creative Energy, wakes you up for sure. Paula? You think it's Paula? Is that Paula? Female Ease, Headache Soother, Purifying Recovery, Sensual Blend, Sinus Relief, Spiritual Blend, and Sweet Dreams. All right, so that's it for today, my beauties. Yes. Oh, okay. Oh, no, you don't have to sign up. You only have to just click that link. But no, that's fine. Hi, Paula. Let me see what it says here. Let me see. Woo! Hi, Carmen. Please message me your link for products because I am launching my new book, Never Give Up on a Dream, on Tuesday, the 8th, on Amazon. Awesome. And you and Tony are on my gratitude page. What? Who's this? Give me the name. Who is this? I can't text you until I know who you are. Because that is amazing. What? That's awesome. That is awesome. Hello. Yes. So, beloveds, please go into the Sacred Self-Care Sisterhood Facebook group. If you're not in there, make sure you join because that's where I'm really letting my hair down. Really talking to stuff, okay? Because it's for my sisters. Sister to sister, we can talk about this stuff. And we need to talk about this stuff. So I love you all. You have my phone number. You have what else? You can message me on Facebook, okay? And I'll see you next week. But if you're interested in coming to the masterclass, the Miracle Mastery Masterclass, I'm going to be sending out an email shortly, and the email is going to talk about the masterclass again. It has a link. I'm putting it out everywhere on social media. So join the, even if you just come to the masterclass, because that miracle mastery, I'm going to be a student of my own. I'm going to be a student myself, because it's time for us to really activate miracles. We need miracles right now in our lives. We need miracles so that we can stop crazy stuff from happening in the world, in our country, and in our lives. We can do that. We're super beings. Paula. Is it Paula Collins? Is this Paula Collins? Let me know. Let me know. Okay. Yes. All right. We need it. We need to be empowered. We are empowered, but we are not activating our power. We need to activate our power in this hour. We need to activate all the supernatural empowerments that we have. And I'm ready. I mean, like I kind of let down my spiritual armor a bit, and it's time to put it back on. Okay. So love you all. Go to sharingthebliss.com and get your beautiful gift that I have for you. And that is the Gift of Bliss bundle. And yeah, that's it. That's it. Love you. Have a beautiful weekend, everyone. And message me if you need to. Love you. Bye bye.